And then you hear that crazy thing. Okay, so we'll just ignore that. Hopefully it's not even in your guys's view.
Where are you coming from, Kat?
I am coming from Topanga, California, in the mountains right outside of Los Angeles.
Wow.
Yeah,
Canyon.
oh, it's beautiful. It's its own little like oasis, little hamlet thing. It's very tender. It's still like a home space for me, I think. You
Yeah.
know, it's like that
You're not alone. There's a lot of California people here.
absolutely.
Lisa.
Yeah.
What we've been doing, so it's great to say hi, but what we've been doing is actually starting with, and I'm just gonna milk that for a while it's small, while we have these blocks. So you're gonna turn around and place your calves right on top and really get right angle with the knees, right angle at the hip. Yep, as close as possible. I'm gonna come around with an eye pillow, and even a little neck pillow. I can slip this under your head.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, and you can experiment with different arm positions, maybe down by your sides or out or up overhead. So just take your time figuring out what feels best. Welcome. For these first few moments, we'll just settle into the space. And I invite you to put a gentle awareness on your breath. Inhaling through your nose and back out again. Just an easy breath. And nowhere to go and nothing to do for this time we spend together except tune in and tune out. That rest and relaxation response in your body. Let's come together with a few deep breaths, exhaling with a sigh, so inhaling deeply. Inhaling a few more times. That deep yogic sighing breath sends a wave of relaxation through your body. And as you settle into an easy breath, feel free to use the yogic sighing breath at any time during this practice. And so with your legs propped up, this is a psoas release posture. A right angle at the hip, a right angle at the knees. And just feel yourself dropping way back into the mat, the floor, the earth beneath you. All love around you. And just give it up to relaxation. Gentle awareness on your breath, inhaling through your nose and back out again.
And on your next breath, start to navigate your arms alongside the floor above your head. And with your palms facing the sky, start to spread your fingers wide and reach for the opposite wall. You might even feel your low back arching slightly as you reach and stretch. Get really thin through your middle. Keep reaching, keep breathing. And release. The arms just rest above your head. Feel the broadness of your upper back, the broadness of your chest, the softening of the skin on your face. So we're going to move as if in slow motion throughout this entire practice. In fact, you might consider this entire practice one long meditation. So anytime you get a chance to close your eyes and rest them, it's the best thing you can do for your eyes. But certainly feel free to look and just half open your eyes when you need to. So one more time, very slowly start to energize your arms, reaching, spread your fingers wide, stretching and lengthening. Keep breathing. Keep stretching. And release. Take time to slowly remove your eye pillow and just place it off to the side. And we're going to draw the right knee into the chest. So there's never any rush or hurry, just taking a gentle clasp around your right knee. Drawing it in. You can hold on behind the thigh or around the knee. Just feel that release in the low back. Start to point and flex your right foot. Circle in one direction. The other. And when you're ready, extend your legs straight up, interlace your hands behind the thigh, closer to the hip. Good. Start to point and flex. So here, it doesn't matter if the knee is straight or bent. I love bent knees. But just pumping the ankle, pumping the calf muscle. And it's almost like pressing your thigh into your hands and your hands into your thigh. It creates resistant stretching. Pumping the ankle, pointing and flexing, really rolling through the heel, the arch, the ball, the toes. And then circle in one direction. And then the other. And then flex the foot. You're going to walk your hands up the back of your leg and bend your knee into your chest. So reach up for your calf. The foot stays parallel with the floor, with the ceiling. So keep the foot upright. Yep, it's like a lunge on your back. You might even reach the left hand for the outer edge of your right foot. Maybe holding the ankle, the calf. Good. Just find some place. Both hands are just one. I like to just have my left hand to the outer edge of the left foot. Good. So here we're stretching the belly of the muscle right in the hamstring. It's like a lunge on the back, deep bend in the knee, foot parallel to the sky. So always take my suggestions, my cues, but ultimately make the pose your own. Only you know how it feels. A few belly breaths massaging your internal organs, that deep crunch on the right side of your body. Massaging the large intestine, the liver, the gallbladder. And then slide your right hand up the leg, hold the ankle or maybe the outer edge of the foot, the left hand out to the side. So release the left hand out to the side. Good. Drop the right knee way out to the side, half happy baby. Keep holding on. Keep holding on. Good. Half happy baby. And your knee might even come to the floor if you tip a little. Just let it soften. Foot stays parallel to the sky. You can see a right angle at your foot, a right angle at your knee. And breathe into that open space, your belly expanding right in front of you. Send your breath into your hip, the groin, the inner thigh, the low back. And so here's a great time to bring in the yin concepts of noticing, observing, allowing. Whatever is. Taking these longer holds and just savoring the release and just observing all the sensation in your right hip. Notice you can soften the sensation with your breath. And then slowly release the foot and let your leg go back to the block. You're going to slide your arms overhead, start to reach your fingers. And slowly tuck the chin, rolling up, reach for the block, squeeze up right around the belly. Press the low back flat and exhale the arms, your head right back down. Good. Left knee draws in when you're ready. Take a clasp around the knee or behind the thigh, just switching sides. Start to point and flex your left foot. Circling in one direction and then the other. And just pointing and flexing. When you're ready, extend the legs straight up, interlace the hands behind the thigh, and point and flex. Resistant stretching, like pressing the thigh into the hands pulling into the thigh, and just pumping your ankle, circling, moving your foot in all imaginable directions, working out kinks and pops. Pumping the calf muscle, the gastrocnemius muscle. This muscle is responsible for venous return from the lower limbs back to the heart. So good to keep it flexy and strong. Good. Flex the foot, keep it parallel with the ceiling. As you bend the knee, walk your hands up the back of your leg, somewhere holding on. Maybe the thigh, maybe the calf, maybe the ankle. I like to hold the outer edge of the left foot with the right hand and just let my left arm open to the side. So figure out what you like. The foot is parallel with the ceiling. Yep, deep plunge, bend the knee deeply. So bend the knee, but the foot stays up as best you can. This isolates the hamstring, and it's like a lunge right on your back. A few belly breaths, massaging the left side, the stomach, the spleen, the colon. And then slide your left hand up for the ankle, maybe the outer edge of the foot. Let the knee open wide, right arm out to the side, half happy baby. Keeping the foot parallel with the ceiling, and you can even tip a little, maybe the knee rests on the floor. Expand your belly into that big open space. And just notice one side might be very different than the other. So just honor that. Know that side might need more attention. Soften the sensation with your breath. And then slowly release that foot back to the block. Both legs resting on the block. Slide the arms overhead, spread your fingers wide. And as you exhale, tuck the chin, roll up, reach your fingertips towards your block. And exhale right back down. Good. This time, draw both knees in, give yourself a big hug, and just rock side to side, massaging your low back, your hips. And then coming back to the center, place the hands to the outside of your thighs and extend your legs straight up. Hands to the outside of your thighs. Here, you're just going to point and flex. Alternately point and flex again. And then flex both feet and slowly, the slower you go, the harder you work, slowly open your legs straight out to the sides. Just opening into a wide V, opening the legs, a little or a lot. Flex out the heels, toes pointing down. Your hands can be anywhere. And then tuck the chin, roll up, look through your legs. And exhale right back down. Inhale, draw the legs back together. Reach your hands straight up with the palms facing. So your palms are facing each other, straight up for the sky. Reach for the sky. Palms facing, we're going to open the body like a book. So let the legs and the arms open and then draw them back together and close the book. So just opening the arms and legs out to the side and move back together. So 10 times. You can go as slowly or as quickly as you like, just opening, synchronizing your legs and your arms together. Opening wide and then closing the book. Opening wide and then closing the book. And just get the sensation that your thighs are working evenly, your upper arms are working evenly. Just notice if one side falters. Opening and closing. I'm on my last one, so finish whenever you get there. The feet come together, the hands come together. And just start circling your wrists in one direction, working out any kinks and pops. The legs are still straight up. And reverse directions. It's nice to get an inversion here. But for the circulatory system, varicose veins, fatigue in the feet and legs. And then start to make fists and open your hands. Squeeze and clench your fists, open wide, holding tight, splay your fingers. So just start pumping the wrists, alternately squeezing and opening, holding on and letting go. And you can use this as a metaphor of we choose to hold on and choose to let go. Simply just squeezing the fists and opening, letting go. And last time, let the arms just float down by your sides with the palms up. Deep breath. Here we're going to cross the right leg over the left and then bend the knees. It's a classic sciatica stretch. Reach up, draw your legs in towards your body. Breathe into your right hip. Here you don't have to be static. You might rock a little bit to the left. You might rock a little bit to the right. So just explore where you find the sensation in your right hip. Realigning, inhale, extend the legs straight up again and switch sides. Cross the left leg over the right, the knees are stacked. Reach around the legs and draw the knees in. Again, you might rock side to find that stretch. Send your breath right into the left hip, left thigh. And then coming back to the center, extend the legs up one last time. Let your hands be anywhere. Just shake the legs. Shake the legs once you extend them back up. Just wiggle, 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 shake them. Yep. Just wiggle and jiggle. The more you jiggle, the better it feels. Just shaking, shaking, shaking. Good. And then draw the knees in. One hand on each knee. Let your knees open wide. Yep, the feet are wide, the knees are wide. Let the feet separate. Yep, super wide. Tuck the chin, roll up, look through your legs. Your back extended on your mat. And release. Draw the knees back together and just push your block away. Just scoot it away with your feet. All the way out there. Bring your feet flat to the floor. You might wriggle back on your mat slightly. Simple twist, the arms go out to the side, good, the feet flat, the knees flat. We're gonna shift the hips to the left and drop the knees to the right. So keep it super simple, super easy. Wriggle the shoulders so that they both stay down, good. And you might even slide that left arm up on a diagonal and use your right hand to press your thighs away. So really explore that diagonal stretch. Maybe turning your gaze over your left shoulder. So twists are stimulating microcirculation all around your spine, sending fresh blood and nutrients to all of your organs. They're good for digestion, good for elimination. They lubricate all of the joints. So always return the head back to center first. Release the arms out to the side and navigate your knees back up. The feet come flat, realign the hips, the shoulders. Pause. Just take a moment before you shift the hips to the right and drop the knees to the left. So same thing. Wriggle the shoulders so they both stay down, and you might slide your right arm up on a diagonal as the left hand presses the thighs down and away. Gently gaze over your right shoulder. Explore the diagonal stretch on the opposite side. Your breathing will be more shallow, just keep it steady and smooth. And then bringing your head back to center first. Release the arms out to the side. This time, listen closely. Inhale the right arm up so that you roll on your left side. Place your right hand on the floor and slowly press up. Just bringing yourself upright. Good. Coming around to the front. Just cross the legs. I'm going to have my knee pad handy for pretty soon, and we'll just come into a nice breathing pranayama exercise. So closing your eyes, sitting upright. A few times, shrug your shoulders up, back, and down. Just a few times to support that lift in your spine. Good. And again, if you need to look, you can barely open your eyes, but we're just going to drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. So stretching the left side of the neck. You might even reach your left fingertips for the floor. Breathing into the left trapezius muscle, the left side of your neck. And you might explore it by ever so slowly tipping your nose down, turning your face down. Slowly explore the stretch. And then inhale, release, the head comes up, the left hand comes back to your left. A few shoulder rolls lifting up through the spine. And then when you're ready, the left ear drops towards the left shoulder. Maybe reach the right fingers out to graze the floor. So the action here is you lift up through the sternum, lift up through the chest, the ear dropping toward the shoulder, opening the right side of the neck. And you can feel that trapezius insertion right into the shoulder cuff. If you want to explore it, start to tip your nose down, drop your nose down. And then slowly release, bringing the head upright. So here we're going to bring the hands to the rib cage. And again, your eyes can be closed or open, either way. This is a Durga Swasa breathing. And I like to bring the hands to the rib cage because you're really going to feel a big expansion and a big contraction there. So to begin with, we're going to exaggerate this breath. It's a 3-part diaphragmatic breath. So the first phase is expanding the belly. Then you're going to feel the rib cage expand into your hands, and then the chest lifts up. And as you exhale, the chest drops. The rib cage squeezes in, and then the belly squeezes in. So the inhale is belly, rib cage, chest. The exhale is chest, rib cage, belly. So breathing through the nose, you can always put an ujjayi breath on it, narrowing the aperture of your throat, putting that soft audible sound at the back of your throat, that ha. The main thing is to feel this wave-like breath rising up and sequentially dropping back, the chest, the rib cage, the belly. This utilizes the lower, the middle, and the upper lobes of the lungs. And you can imagine a wave swelling up and then falling right back into the ocean. Once you've established your rhythm, you can always relax your hands in your lap, but keep the breathing going. Make it sequential every time. The belly, the rib cage, the chest. Exhaling the chest, the rib cage, the belly. Slow it down, smooth it out. I like to exaggerate this breath at first and then settle in to a more natural rhythm. And as we move through various postures, your breathing might change a bit, but you can always return back to this Durga Swasa 3-part diaphragmatic breath. You can always combine it with ujjayi breath. When you're ready, let your eyes flutter open. And we'll come onto our hands and knees. So whether or not you need a knee pad or not, just coming up into table pose, find your wrists under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Good, the toes are soft. If you look at the elbow creases, they're pivoting forward. And looking straight down, pull the belly up so that you can create a flat back. We'll move through cat and cow. So on your next breath, inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, get round. And as you inhale, tip up and look up over your head. Start to alternately get round as you exhale your breath. And as you inhale, alternately arch your spine, one vertebra at a time. So here too, you can move slowly or quickly at your own pace. Just connect this movement with your breath, inhaling and expanding, exhaling and contracting. At the same time, not to collapse in the shoulders and the hips, stay light as you press down through the hands and the knees. Lift up in the hips and the shoulders. And let your gaze take you there. So that as you exhale and contract, draw your gaze to your belly, maybe even your chest. And as you inhale, tipping up, looking up over your head. And one more time, finish whatever phase you're on completely. And then return back to neutral or table pose. Curl your toes under, sit back and look forward. So here's an arching your back, you're looking forward. See if you can open your throat to the wall across from you. It's an upper back bend, stretching the toes and the arches of the feet. Just breathe into the hips, the low back. And then press back up again. Pivot the elbows in, find your table pose. This time the right foot steps back, curl the toes under and press into the calf, the Achilles. Draw the belly up and in. And if you want a little bit more, you can barely lift up your left knee and sink more weight into that right heel. Good. Soften the left knee, pivot the elbows in, look straight down, and inhale that right leg parallel to the earth. So activate the glutes to support your low back. Really press out the heel, flex the foot just 3 times. The heel draws in and extends back out. Really stabilize and isolate. The heel draws in and extends back out. Last time. Good. Look straight down, pull up in the belly, and if it's available, the left arm floats up alongside your ear. So press the back heel away, reach out the fingertips, look straight down and concentrate. And then slowly release the hand and knee, come back, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, get round. Inhale, tip up, look up. Exhale back to neutral. Here we're going to separate the knees wide, sit back on the heels, big toes touching, child's pose. So any variation here, good. Maybe your forehead to the mat, maybe your cheeks on your fists. Big sign breath, soften. With your forehead to the mat, bring awareness to your thoughts. And start to walk your elbows right next to your head. Bring your palms to touch. And then bending your elbows, bring your prayer above the back of your head. Soften your heart towards the earth. And in this moment, perhaps set a sankalpa, an intention for your practice. Maybe dedicating it to someone or something, or simply stay present with your breath. And when you're ready, release the hands, slide them to either side of your chest and round up, roll up. Back up to your hands and knees. Find your table pose. Good at the elbows in, and this time the left foot steps back. Pressing into the heel, the Achilles on the left side. If you want a little bit more, you can barely pick up your right knee and sink into the left heel. Then lower the left knee, pivot the elbows in, look straight down, and inhale, lift the left leg parallel to the earth. Flex out the left foot. Activate the glute to support your low back and your hamstring. And if it's available, but we'll wait on that one. Let's go 3 times. The heel draws in and extends back out. The heel draws in, extends back out. Last time. And back out. Here, if it's available, the right arm floats up. Press out the heel as you reach out the fingertips, look straight down and concentrate. One more breath. Release the hand, release the knee, tuck the chin, tuck the tail, get round. Inhale, tip up, look up. And exhale back to neutral. We're going to drop down to the forearms, interlace the fingers. You want your elbows right under your shoulders. You're going to step one foot back and the other right into a plank. Here, the hips can be slightly higher or in line with the ankles and shoulders. You might rock forward on the toes slightly just to press back and get super rigid. The legs are super straight. Look straight down, pull up at the belly. One more breath. And then bend the knees to the floor. Walk the hands back. Curl the toes under, and you're going to roll up onto the balls of your feet into a little squat. You just move your knee pad to the side. Good. So here, start to gaze across the room. See if you can start bringing your torso upright. You've got your fingers for balance, but maybe one hand and then the other comes to your knees. Lifting the torso, the thighs parallel to the earth. Alasana, squat pose. Good. And then lower your hands, place them flat, building that muscle cell memory. And as you lift the hips, you're going to keep the knees super bent so that your hands can stay flat, let your head hang heavy. So you might not be used to having the knees so bent, but first forward fold. Your hamstrings will like you so much better. Hopefully the chest resting on the thigh, make that connection by bending the knees and just dangle the head yes and no and yes again. That 8-pound head putting your spine in traction. You might even shift your weight a little to the right, feel the outer edge of your right foot. And then shift your weight to the left, feel the outer edge of your left foot. Changes the stretch of the back of the leg. So just a few times, explore Uttanasana, the standing forward fold. The neck is long, the head hangs heavy. And then coming back to the center, stay right where you are, just the arms. Turn your palms to face the back wall and sweep the arms back and up. Reach for the sky. Spread your fingers wide. Yep. Good. You might even interlace your hands. Squeeze the heel of the hand together. Standing yoga mudra. Crown down, tailbone up. The heart above the head. Big chest opener, shoulder opener. and slowly release the arms, slide your hands on your thighs just above your knees and start to round up, roll up, let your head hang heavy. The head's gonna come up last, and when it does, you might roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. Just to transition from down there to up here, finding Tadasana. We're gonna bring the hands together like a fist and start to clap the heel of the hand, good. Tapping, toning. You can feel this clapping moving up your arm into your neck. It stimulates the vagus nerve. Vagal tone is associated with good health. And then that fist with your thumb knuckles just start at one shoulder going across the chest. Here too, just stimulating the thymus gland, your chest. And we did that one time, but let's do it again where you can kind of go right in the center and go, ah. And release when you're ready. Just shake it out like hokey pokey. So yeah, tuning and toning even with our vocal cords. Shake out one leg and then the other. Good. Let's go into a simple balancing, very simple tree pose Vipassana. So I like to start with the hands wide. This helps me balance. So find Tadasana, Samasthiti, palms forward. Start to fix your gaze straight out there somewhere, a fixed point. So just standing in Samasthiti, start to decrease the space in between your shoulder blades. And you're going to shift your weight to the left foot and just pick up the right heel. So start to find your balance. Activate the left glute. So activate the standing leg and bring the heel of the right foot to the ankle. That's it. So there's external rotation in the right knee, the right toes. Gazing straight out, decrease the space in between the shoulder blade. Activate the glute to hold you up. Concentrate. And if you sway, just fall right out of it and come back into it. We're going to switch sides anyway. Step right into the right foot. Switching sides, you know where you're going to go. Activate the right glute as you turn the left knee out. Really accelerate out your fingertips. Crown of the head floating up. Good. And release. Step into the left foot, hands to the waist. Lock in on your gaze. We're still going. And see what it's like to flex and lift the right leg, right foot. Keep drawing the belly in, keep lifting up. Find Tadasana in all of your standing poses. And you can switch to the other side whenever you're ready. Just step right into it. Activate that supporting leg. Inhale, the left leg just floats up. Draw the belly in. Decrease the space in between the shoulder blades. Good. And release. Nice wide stance for side swings. So look back at a fixed point every time and just let your arms flippy flap against you like wet noodles. Like the upper body is a ride and the ride is you. So use momentum in the hips and the legs, let the upper body just swing. The jaw dropping down, the shoulders dropping down. Maybe even smile. And then bring it back around. Nice wide stance again for just hands on the top of the knees. Nice big wide squat. We're going to drop the left shoulder. Look over the right. Track your eyes all the way to the right.
And drop the right shoulder, the left shoulder as you look over the right. So just switching sides at your own pace. You can feel this in the knees, the inner thigh, the hip, the groin, the low back, the spine, wrists, elbows, shoulders, the neck, all the way out the crown of the head. Let your gaze track. And last time, finish completely. Come back to center, round up, roll up. We're going to square the feet. So keep the legs straight, shift the hips side to side. This stretches the inner thigh. And then a big circle in one direction. And a big circle in the other direction. Ball and socket joint awareness. Good. And if you want to be on or off your mat, it doesn't matter, but we're going to just flow into a warrior pose. You don't even have to turn. So if you want to just turn your left toes in, your right toes out, make sure you're definitely off the mat though if you're going to be on the floor and just sitting down. Main thing here, you want your knee right over this ankle. You want to see your big toe to the inside of your knee. Draw the belly in. And really press the back leg straight. Center the shoulders. You can look straight down. Center the shoulders right over your hips so you're upright. And then the gaze turns out your right fingertips. Flex your upper arms by reaching out the fingertips. Gazing the vision of a proud warrior. Steady, calm, smooth. Good time to smile. Let's put some elegance on it. Back hand to rest, open the front palm. And as you inhale, gaze right up and out your fingertips. Not to really lay back, but rather look up. It's powerful to look up. And then exhale the arms down, palms down, parallel. Bend the elbow, come right into side angle stretch. Om Mudra in your fingers. In your hands, looking straight down or forward or even up. Good. Pressing that back leg straight, one more breath. And then inhale the arm up, lift up, reach up. Good. Hands to the waist, pivot, stay in the super wide foot stance and shift the hips side to side, just like we did. And then circle in one direction. It's going to feel different with the wide stance and then circle in the other direction. And then inhale the arms parallel. This time the left toes turn out, the right toes turn. Your feet are in position. Sit straight down the knee, right over the ankle. Flex the upper arms by really reaching out the fingertips and take a look at your pose. You can look back, make sure the back arm is parallel to the earth, the shoulders over the hips, the outer edge of the right foot pressing into the mat and eventually gazing out your left fingertips. Good, beautiful. It's like sitting straight down, draw the belly in. Perfect time to smile. Calm, steady, solid. When you're ready, back hand to rest. Open the front palm. Inhale, sweep up, look straight up. We're doing elegant warrior first. And just connect your gaze right up and out your fingertips. Good. It's all good. But we do know where we're going to go. So just flow. Let the arms come back parallel. Bend the elbow, side angle stretch. Om Mudra in your hands. Maybe that top arm alongside your ear or straight up. And reach out your pinky. From the ankle out the pinky. That beautiful, good diagonal stretch. Ooh la la, feels so good. One more breath. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Good, arms come out and then into the hips, square the feet, and one last time, shift the hips, stretching the inner thigh.
in a circle. Same directions. Heel toe in back to the mat. Come to the back of your mat. And one of my favorite ways to get into downward dog is to just get into it. So bend the knees, go for the floor, walk the hands out. Let's just put one downward dog on this. And make sure the feet, step them back an inch or two, and just bending the knees, start to pedal your dog. Here you want to press your knuckles, your fingertips, the palm of your hands into your mat. Press the floor away, tailbone up and back, and just sinking one heel and the other. Adho Mukha Shavasana. It's all about lengthening the spine. Good. Keep pivoting the elbows in towards each other so the creases are forward. This broadens the upper back, broadens the shoulder blades. Good. Now let both heels drop down wherever they want to go. And then pull the heels way up high, way up on the balls of the feet. Shift your weight forward. We're coming into a plank. Shift your weight and then press the heels back. Get super rigid. Lift up in the shoulders, lift up in the hips, lift up in the ankles. Define that nice line, nice and rigid. And then lower the knees to the mat, look forward, arch the back, 8-point bow, the chin, the chest, the hands, the knees, the toes. It's like a big inchworm. And then soften everything. The forehead, arms go out to the side, toes are soft. Give the earth a big hug. Breathe into your back body. We'll come into a shoulder stretch. So slide the left hand in towards your chest. The palm is flat. And you're going to keep your right arm exactly straight out to the side, the palms down. Slowly roll to the right. And you're going to pick up your left leg, step it behind your right leg. So the left palm in the elbow, right arm is flat, right arm is good, right arm straight, perfect. You've got that lever of your left arm to press a little or not. Big squeeze to the right shoulder blade. Big opening across the deltoid in the front of the chest. Breathe into the sensation, soften, relax everywhere, supported by that left hand, left arm. And then begin to unwind, nice and slow, returning to the belly, the chest, the forehead, both arms out to the side, big hug, deep breath. And then we'll slide the right hand in towards the chest so the elbows pointed up. Left arm stays straight, left palm stays down. As you roll to the left, pick up your right leg, step it behind your left. Again, one side might be very different, so just figure it out. It's always an option if this is uncomfortable to bring the knee in towards the chest and not step it behind. It's an option. So explore it. And then slowly begin to release. Rolling back to the belly. The chest, the forehead, arms out to the side. Deep breath. We're gonna bring our block with us, just one block. But take time to draw the arms in and just roll on your back. You're gonna leave your head in the center of the room. So just find a block, roll on your back. We're almost there. Bending the knees, we're going to use the block on its flattest, lowest level. So bend the knees and curl the tailbone under, lift up the hips, and just bring your block right underneath your sacrum. Nice and solid support. Good. Feet are flat. We're going to draw the right knee in and extend the left leg long. With the hips elevated ever so slightly, a deeper opening in the hip flexor on the left side. Low back release. Here, just closing the eyes, drop way back. Slowly bend the left knee, bring the foot flat. Release the right foot to the floor and draw the left knee in. Switching sides like this protects the low back, and then extend the right leg long. Listen closely. This time we're going to lower the left foot and pause. It's an option to try this supported back bend. See what it's like. You might adjust your block a little. See what it's like to extend your left leg out so both legs are extended. If this is uncomfortable, you can always start fresh to place the block correctly. And if that works for you to have both legs extended, you can experiment with the arms, bringing one arm up and over your head alongside the floor, and then the other arm. And just wriggle and adjust to really extend the heels out, really extend the arms out, this big arc, supported back bend, closing the eyes, soften everywhere. And just savor the support that you feel. Effortless back bending. This is going to be the beginning of our Shavasana. So we'll be here just for a few more minutes and then transition onto our back. Let's start now. Scanning your body. Returning home to your breath. And all you have to do is meditate on the sensation that you feel. This is when your mind and body assimilate everything you've just done to yourself. The skin on your face melting out and down. Expressionless. Taking a deeper breath, start to bring one arm up and over, and then the other to follow. Bending one knee, slide your foot flat, and then the other. When you're ready, tuck the tailbone under, lift up, and remove your block. Draw your knees into your chest and just rock side to side. Take your time. Whenever you're ready, you'll come back to the center and spread out on your back in Shavasana. Classically, the arms are down by your sides, about 45 degrees from your body, with the palms up. You can shrug the shoulders under, tuck the tailbone under. Classically, the feet are about as wide as your mat, the toes falling open. Tuck your chin ever so slightly so that the neck is long. The tongue is relaxed, neither touching your teeth or the roof of your mouth. And that gentle breath, inhaling through your nose and back out again. Maha Shavasana, final relaxation pose. taking in a deeper breath. Slowly wriggling your toes and your fingers. Maybe even opening and closing your mouth comfortably wide. Just a few times to stretch your jaw. Stretching your jaw relaxes your whole body. Slowly sliding your arms overhead. One final stretch, pointing the toes, reaching the fingertips. Get really thin through your middle and release. Bending the left knee, take time to roll on your right side, using your right arm as a pillow, top hand on the floor for support. And just pause here. With the eyes closed, not to rush or hurry this feeling, but rather continue to savor the way that you feel. And when you do feel ready, slowly begin to press up. With your eyes closed, let your head hang heavy as you feel your way back to your favorite seated posture. And whenever you get there, use your breath to sit up effortlessly tall. One hand on each knee, sitting upright, start to fill out the shape of a pyramid. Pyramid power, that conduit of energy that you are. Everything on the floor connecting you to the earth, the spine floating up, the crown of your head reaching up to cosmic consciousness and beyond, and your heart right in the middle. A good time to bathe yourself in a smile. And then drawing your hands together in front of your heart, thumbs gently pressing there, elbows lifted. Give yourself thanks for devoting this time to your practice. Thank you both for coming and sharing this time and space together. And the light within me bows to the light within you. Namaste.
So,
If you want to do the full body mudra, you sweep the hands behind. The left thumb and pointer encircle the right wrist. As you start to come forward, Om Mudra in your right hand. You can let your head hang heavy, a little or a lot. This is a full body mudra, sealing in the practice. Whenever you decide to come up, you come up more slowly with the back of your head. you for
Marty's magic.
I don't know, so good, oh my god.
As I always hope it hits the spot. We all have these long work days and then. So good. I'm glad. Thank you, thank you.
That was so relaxing.
I know, wasn't it? So good. So that's the vibe that we're doing recently. And so like last week was a little more active, it just depends, but it's in the general realm of things. And I love special requests, any special, I have my own special request for my knee situation, so,
Oh, yeah.
How did these come along? Better?
did I tell you, well, this has been aggravated all August.
Still?
I
Yeah.
go in and out of aggravation with my
Wow.
knee, and I got aggravated, and I'm gonna get a picture probably.
Oh.
It's a drag, yeah, it just.
What do you think you're doing that like?
Oh, well, I did this yoga class.
Oh,
I did
that's
this
right.
hot yoga
Yeah.
class. And then I went to my physical therapist and I said, I was getting better, but I was like, I don't want to deal with my knee. And we did all this knee prep.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just totally take massage,
Hmm.
rest, because whatever is irritated, inflammation, whatever, I read this whole thing. I had a scope on my knee a long time ago, and I did read they don't even do those anymore really because they found it's degenerative. Mine was minor, but they found that like all the tissue in there has all these really powerful healing. It just takes a long time to heal.
I gotta send you this peptide information. There's one peptide that I take.
Yeah, and
I'm taking like a stack of 5.
uh-huh.
One of them is specifically for tendons, or all connective tissue.
And that's what I'm gonna have to.
And it works
obviously
systemically,
focus.
so it'll.
Okay, well, yeah,
And
send it
it's
my
really,
way.
it's very, compared to like stem cell injections or something, this is very reasonable.
Okay, yeah, because I'm looking into all that.
Yeah.
It's like, this is obviously, this gets chronic, it goes in and
I just
out.
gotta remember to.
I'll email you to remind you,
Okay.
but that's where it's at. But so anyway, yeah, whatever, we can keep going. Doesn't mean you can stop, so any requests or modifications always fit in.
I'm really glad you kept it going this week.
Why not?
And I feel like much looser than I was last week. so.
Oh, I